Hi everyone, Caroline here. Right, today I'm going to play with the Imala Fawn, and it's adorable, isn't it? And what I've done is I've used a paper background from the Funky Fossil Portrait of Trees paper pad, which I've shown you in my previous demos. And isn't that beautiful? And I thought, beautiful autumnal look to this card that's going to be on here. And I've matte and layered on an 8x8 blank card underneath. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some vellum, and that's going to go over here, and I'm going to use my embossing powder stamp and on here and use my embossing powder on there. So let's go ahead and do that. So we'll get our stamp. What I've done before I did that, stuck my layers down, and then I got my vellum and I cut it exactly and bent it where it will go over, so I know where to stamp on it. So it's a good idea to do this. It sort of gives you a pre-look to exactly where you want to stamp, like that. So I know now that it's going to go in the middle here, and I'm in that space. I've deckled the edges and measured across my stamp so that I knew where it would land it within the middle of it. I've actually used a decal edge ruler. It's a Creative Expressions one. I don't know if they still do this, but it really is brilliant. Okay, so let's get started and have a play. Right. Quite often with vellum, once you stamp down, it will lift again. So be sure that your ink pad is nice and juicy. So I want to go down a little bit there, beyond that line, just beyond that line, like that. So that's going to go there, right in the middle. I want to leave a space here for this sentiment, which it says, kindness is strength in disguise, which is lovely, isn't it? So that's that will go there like that. So everything's on at once. So I'm going to get my magnets as near as I can to them. Oops. Because we all know it does tend to lift once you stamp it. Okay. So I'm using my Versamark embossing ink. It's clear, so that you can put any colour of embossing powder on top. And I'm going to go with a black. Make sure I've got all of that covered. And then press that down like that. Make sure I've got it all. Because like I say, sometimes when you lift after you've done this, it moves and you just cannot go down again. So be sure you've got every bit you want. Yes, can you see how it's puffed and lifted? Put that, I'll just give that a wipe and it doesn't ink up there. I need to get some more black embossing powder. I'm running out. Just put that back in the pot and redo that. And I forgot to do my anti-static bag, didn't I? And that's why I've got some outside of it. But we'll be all right. I'll make sure we get rid of that with a brush. It's not the end of the world. Yes, that's covered everything. Yeah, I should have patted the vellum with the anti-static bag. Silly Billy. Okay, if you can see, there's all loose on there. Now let me just get a brush. And brush off any bits I don't want on it. That wasn't too bad to say I hadn't done my anti-static bag. And I'll get my heat gun. So we're going to have a little bit of noise. Be sure to heat your gun up first. Get it nice and hot. Adorable, isn't it? Thought how lovely with the berries and everything up behind there for autumn. It's going to be nice, this. See, that's got it all. I don't think the eye's got it. So let's do that. Got it. There's no missing, is there? And then what we do is we turn it over. I'm going to colour this other side of it. On the back here. I'm going to get the browns. If you get a bit of the vellum, any bits you've ripped off like this, just test what the colour is going to be like through it before you start on your project. As you can see, that's quite light. So I want something a little bit darker than that. Try this one. That's more of a reddy brown. And this is a darker one. That's much darker, isn't it? So I'm going to colour it at the back like this. It's lovely to colour this. This is a Copic marker, E59. Got a set I got from Craftalia. They had them on special offer. Turn that over. Can you see? That's come out a lovely brown. I'm going to find something a bit darker if I can. Just to do a bit of shading. See if I've got a bit of darker one. That's not darker. Get one of my Himi markers. That's a bit of a red look to it, isn't it? I like that. Yes, that's giving us a bit of a red look through. I like that. Bit of a red deer. Perhaps on the ears as well. That would be nice. And a bit down its face here. This is a darker brown, so we can do a bit of shading. Just blend that in. You see? It's come up lovely, that, hasn't it? So I'm going to do these leaves and berries now. Start with a green, which is a brightish green, this one. So it'd be nice to get ahead with any autumnal birthdays, you know, in October, November, that time. Turn it over, you can see the green. Obviously, if you don't want to sit and watch me colour, just fast forward. And that's the best thing to do. As soon as you keep turning it over, you'll see if your colours are looking right. bit darker again, bit of shading. I do love that you can colour on the back of vellum like this, and bring it to life. It really is great fun. You can use distress oxides on the back as well, and rub all over with distress oxides to make a lovely coloured background, and then stamp on the front. Do some great effects with that. You see, fab, isn't it? Jeez, good fun is this. Okay, I'm going to do the berries now. And because you stamped on the other side, it doesn't matter if you go over the black line, because you can't see it on the other side. Green, a fine green, and go up the stems like that, around the stem. Turn that over. There we have it. So that now is going to go on our card. On here. And that's going to go on there with that beautiful trees in the background. And you see all those lovely autumnal trees. So I'm going to get my double-sided tape. And pop that over like that. And the same on this side. Oops, is it running out? I like that. I like how it's lifted at either side, and you can see this autumnal background here. I'll just use my other tape. Hopefully this will work. Yeah. This is a Norino one I have. I've had it ages. It's not as good as the sticks too. I have refills for that, so I will refill that later. And of course you can use your paper, your foam pads on the back if you wish as well. But I'm going to stick this down flat. And there we have it. Beautiful card. under, then you can see it better. It's a big messy desk. And there we are. And of course you can use your highlighters, like your Imala highlighter. Bring those eyes out, you know. Bring those eyes out. Like that. Well, I hope you've enjoyed that. If you have, do give us a thumbs up, please. And feel free to share. And if you're not already subscribed, feel free to do that. And then you get notified of any more videos that come on. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.